Hi, Asmita. Good afternoon. So, Asmita is from Aradhya Chemicals and is based off from Nagpur, Maharashtra. They're manufacturers of construction chemicals like concrete, superplasticizer, and curing compounds. Welcome, Asmita, to GlobalLinker. So once again, for the people who have just been joining in, I'll reiterate again that GlobalLinker is a business networking platform. In this webinar, I would like you to actually keep a notepad next to you and see what are the benefits that GlobalLinker has to offer you. And I'll be providing it in a point-to-point form that what are the different things that you can do on GlobalLinker and what can be done as well. Hi, Smita. So we'll discuss this at the end of the platform in the Q&A session. So do share questions in the Q&A links over here as well. Yeah. So please keep a notepad next to you and we'll be talking about the different sales channels that you can be using on GlobalLinker. And if you would like to, next to each sales channel, you can mention whether it's adding relevance to you or no. So once you see that relevance on your, if you find it relevant, then those are the sales channels that you should be looking to work and set up for your own via the platform as well. So we'll get started now. Yeah. So these are the things that we will cover in the platform over here right now. So also, I would like to say welcome and wishing all of you a very good 2025 as well. So I'll just reshare my screen again. Yeah. So these are the points that we would be covering on the platform today in our discussion. So we'll be discussing what are the sales channels available on the Global Linker platform. How do you create a great product catalog? We understand that today everybody has a product catalog, but we may be holding it on in a PDF or in an offline form, which has its own advantages, but more disadvantages today. We'll discuss about that and why and how you can create a good online product catalog as well. Then we'll be talking about the different sales channels and what are the things you need to do so that the benefits of the sales channels and how you can just be a part of that sales channel as well. Here is where your notepad comes into handy, and you should be keeping that with you as well. We'll also talk about how you can manage your catalog via the sales channel, by the seller panel over here. You too can look for different products. Given there are several businesses also registered on the Global Linker platform, you also would be having requirements to source certain products. In case you're a manufacturer or even a service provider, you would be having certain requirements which can be met by other suppliers as well, by other businesses who could be your suppliers. So let's see how that can be done too. I'll share certain resources which can help you, or certain tips where you can actually create good product catalogs very quickly using AI, etc. We'll talk about those resources, and finally we'll move to a Q&A session. So this is the crux of the entire meeting. Hi, Nishanta. If you have a question, please put it in the chat box or in the Q&A. I will definitely check it. So I do also would like to say that we have several SMEs from different countries as well. So, there's certain sales channel which is relevant to everybody, and we would be talking about that. So welcome to you too. From Sri Lanka, from UAE, are also present over here. So welcome and thank you for being here as well. And I'm getting started with to the next one. So we'll talk about, I'll also ask you a couple of questions. We are in a webinar where I'm going to do 100% of the talking, but I'll ask you certain questions and I would appreciate if you would answer them either in the poll I would raise or in the chat box as well. So I believe whoever's joined over here are already members of GlobalLinker as well. If you are or you're not, please type a yes or a no on the chat box. This will just help me gauge and walk you through the platform a little better. What I would be doing now is to show you that GlobalLinker was created to help you as a business achieve your goals and your dreams that you may have. One is to connect with a large number of with a larger network who could be your peers, your clients, or your suppliers as well, and also give you a digital platform and help you create a digital profile as well. I'm just moving to there as well. Okay, thanks, Sampath Raj. Uh, Many people have do mention that you are on chat. You can place your chat to show it to everyone as well, so everyone can see your messages too. So I have signed into my account on GlobalLinker. I believe if you are already having an account on GlobalLinker, you would be already seeing this. So this is the yeah, this is a test account I have on the GlobalLinker platform. The moment you sign into your account, you would be seeing a dashboard, as we call it over here, or your timeline, which also consists of your timeline and different icons or different points where you can navigate to different sections on the platform. So one of them is, if you see over here, if you are listed on the GlobalLinker marketplace, which is a sales channel, you will see that update over here. There are quotations raised by different buyers who are looking for something. Maybe you would see that here as well. And you can reply to these quotations in case you're able to meet those requirements. So you can view all of them here too. So I just clicked on view all, and here is where I can see RFQs that have been raised. So there could be people who are actually, who's looking for certain things. The delivery location is mentioned, the number of units are mentioned. And if you want to see all the requirements, you can just I clicked on view all over here, and I can see all the current open requirements which are there. If you think you can meet those requirements, you would see an option to reply or view details. So click on view details and you can reply to it. So basically, there's some buyer over here who's looking for this requirement 500 units of butter in West Bengal, and they have given a reference of Amul butter. But if this is something which you can meet, any other butter as well, then you can reply to this quotation by giving your details. So you select a product, you'll have to select a product from your portfolio, from your catalog, which you already have, and then you add that over here. So if you have a butter over here, you can just add it. I'm just putting a test account. You can say what is the quantity that you can meet, what is the pricing that you are offering, how many days you'll be able to offer it. And this product would actually lead to your product profile. So this buyer can actually see the product information that you are offering. Any other requirements or anything that you would like to add over here on package requirements, on payment requirements, you can update it here and you can send it to the buyer. So this way you can already start a business conversation with a buyer who's actually looking over here. Yeah, so RFQs are international as well. It depends on who the buyer is. There could be merchant exporters also who are raising RFQs on behalf of buyers, or there are direct buyers also who come in over here. So they could be located maybe in a country, but their delivery location could be different as well. So yes, it is possible over here as well. We can look for certain requirements over here. I'm just checking if we can do that. Hold on. Mm. Most of them currently are based in are for delivery in India only is what I'm seeing. But yeah, they do come in for international requirements too. Coming back to the timeline and the dashboard over here. Sorry about that. So as you scroll down, you would see certain suppliers are also getting highlighted over here. And you can see a lot of supply and a lot of SMEs are actually posting their requirements over as a post. So the post feature, as we know, is we've seen a lot of posts in different social media platforms. What does a post do? It helps you engage with other members on the platform, so you can connect with them. You can actually spread awareness about your business with other SMEs. So the moment I log into my platform and I start scrolling on my feed, I see different businesses are mentioning about their products or their achievements or certain things they are looking for, or they are looking for certain advice. You can post them here, so this helps you interact with those SMEs or businesses who have posted. Similarly, you can use this feature to do that. You can use it as an awareness feature to uh, to get people to know about what you're doing, etc. So not every connection on every contact you do, every touch base you do on any platform has to be a financial transaction only. So a lot of things, like if you notice, a lot of large companies do marketing in a way that they are very active on social media, but there's nothing leading to a sale. There's a lot of information which they share across, and that brings a lot of people that gets a lot of people aware about their business, which later translates into a sale. So here is something which you should take as a takeaway and use it for your business as well. So here you can create awareness. When somebody clicks on this, it goes to their profile. So a person can come to your profile, then start viewing your product portfolio, etc., and then start a business transaction. But it's come a via a social angle. So this is something which you should always aim to look at doing. And it also helps you build a lot of trust and authority amongst your audience as well. So if you see, I can just click on this particular profile, and this profile has been filled pretty well. They've added a description, they've added their own product catalog as well. Now, this is what I meant by having an online catalog, which is available. You can see I can view much more about it. I can share it. I can also send an inquiry, or if I can also purchase from here in case he has enabled purchases as well. There's much more information that's available, like address, who is the contact person I should be in touch with, etc. Any posts they have added, etc., can be seen over here as well. So by creating an account on GlobalLinker, you have the ability to create your profile in this manner. So by doing that, this profile is shareable not only on GlobalLinker, but you can share it with anybody else, even outside of GlobalLinker as well. So if somebody would like to know about your business, this profile can be shared with anybody too. So you don't need to use this profile which you have built only for the GlobalLinker account you have, or for the GlobalLinker audience you have created. This actually can be used to put it in your email signature. You can use the link which you get to put it in your email signature, and a person can actually come and visit your GlobalLinker profile like this and can see anything that you have added over here. So we are giving you the framework which can help you create a nice profile. So you can put a banner, a logo, your details, your website information, a description. You can get yourself by you can add certain relevant information which helps other buyers or other people who would end up making transactions with you to know whether it's a good business I should be doing with. So what type of a business are you? Are you verified? When have you been established? What's your nature of business? Are you an exporter, a wholesaler, retailer? How many people are working with you? What's your turnover? These are all things we look for when we are actually deciding whether we want to do business or no. This has been structured by us so that you just need to fill this information about your business and start putting it. Similarly, you update your product catalog as well, and you can add your information too over here. What I would like to also show you over is the supplier spotlight. The certain thing, if you meet certain criteria, like you have updated your profile, you have verified your business, you can get spotlighted as well. This gives you an additional opportunity to get more visibility there on the platform, because there's so many businesses registered over here. By meeting that criteria, you too can come on the spotlight. If you automatically meet that criteria, you'd start showing up in the spotlight. What happens here is you get more visibility, people can visit you, and you get more clicks on coming to your profile as well. When I was talking about social awareness and also creating authority on the platform, the articles that a lot of SMEs write, and we also write our editorial team, so that you can use this to gain knowledge or even to make your business more efficient. So a lot of our Global Linker members do, put in articles like this over here, and they establish their authority in a more formal way by writing articles. So one of them is posts, which I just showed you. The second is articles. By writing an article, if that you think adds value, like if you read an article, you think that adds value to you, and tomorrow, if you're looking for a similar line, like for example, a CA has written an article on upcoming tax benefits that you might get on the budget, etc. So in that case, that would have stayed in your head. And if you have a question which you would like to get resolved and reach out to a new CA, then maybe the CA would come in your mind and you would connect with him. So that's the kind of social, or I would say another level of awareness you can start building. But you can use it just for reading purposes also. But if you have a team that does create content, you can use that content to put it, as an article. Most of these articles, all of these articles are non-promotional in nature, which is where it adds more value as well, because they are not selling any product or service. So they're more informative. They're extremely educational and informative. And this also leads to your profile the way I showed you as well. The other features which I would like you to just briefly touch upon. One is, given that this is a networking platform, there are a lot of connections, new businesses that you can stay in touch with. Here is where you can click, and you click on add connections, which is where I came here. And you can see that a lot of businesses are there. If you are looking for certain businesses in a certain country or in a certain industry, you can use that filter. So for example, if I'm looking for somebody in Sri Lanka, in gems, and I can also filter the industry, say gems and jewelry. The filter gets updated accordingly. I can go and click and visit their profile as well, and I can send a connection request. So here, by saying that if I'm sending a connection request with these members, I can also start a conversation. It can be just a conversation to connect. It can be a conversation where you would have certain business requirements which you would like to meet, and you can get in touch with these SMEs as well. So use this feature and its filters to your benefit. You can do much more, by getting more information as well over here and connect with more businesses. You too might get into invitation requests from other businesses too. So take note of that. When we did see how do we fill our profile, we also, here is where you actually do it. So you come over here, and here is where you can go and edit your profile. Sorry, I clicked on share instead of edit. So I click on edit over here, and I can add all of the information that I saw over there on somebody else's profile. I can edit it over here. So I can, edit my profile. Just a moment, it's not gone into edit mode. I can also see the options to edit my product. So it'll take me to the seller panel. I'll get back on this one in some time. But if you see over here, here is where I move to the most important part after I create my profile, which is good to see and with the relevant information, is updating my product catalog. So when I want to update my product catalog, I would come over here, and here is where I can add all my products. The moment I add my products over here, and certain information we ask you again so that it can be shown in a structured way, in a way that it adds more sense. It makes sense to the buyer to make a business decision. It starts showing up on your company profile, which is what we saw over here. So you can add your products over here. It automatically shows. You can share your company profile with anybody on GlobalLinker and even outside of GlobalLinker as well. So I'll just give you a link, a general link that you can access, just to give you an example and a feel of that. You can see the profile as well of this business. I'm clicking on it, and you can see it's opened up. You can see the whole business profile coming up over here. Anyway, I'll move to the second part of our webinar. The next part is, so once you do have a feel of the GlobalLinker platform, I've just touched upon very few things actually. There are many more things that you can explore. I have touched upon the most important ones. Now let's talk about the important one is what are the sales channels that you would like to be a part of, which are available via GlobalLinker. One is the company profile. The second is a GlobalLinker marketplace. The third is you can convert your catalog into an e-commerce store. An e-commerce store is nothing but your catalog, which has got additional capabilities and very powerful capabilities so that you can accept payments, inquiries. You can also manage your logistics and send, orders that you receive via you can manage the tracking and everything of that on your e-commerce store. You can run it independently like an e-commerce store by running discounts, by doing digital advertising, etc. The third is Indian Business Portal, created for Indian SME exporters. And the last is ONDC. Again, it's an Indian specific opportunity which has been created by the government so that SMEs can sell online and get equal opportunities of being available and selling their products online as well. Now we'll go one by one into each of these sales channels. However, before that, like I said, how do you create a great product catalog? Here's how you do it. One is we went to the seller panel. I did show you here's where you can start adding it. But let's see, adding it is a technical thing, how you do it. It's more of a logistical or an admin feature, I would call it. However, you have to take note before you get started is what are the things you have to account for so that when you're doing the adding of your products, you have already taken care of it. Like, for example, I need to add images in my products. Why? So that images are very important because it helps the buyer make it instantly take a decision whether this product is relevant for them or no, and get more interested into your product or not. So if you're selling something, would they even want to go ahead and do it? So visual image always adds value over there. So make sure that you are adding very clear and sharp photos. What kind of requirements are there? A PNG, a JPEG, it has to have a certain requirement. Your images are meeting that requirement. Second is the names of your products has to be very simple and clear so that the buyer, whoever's reading it, it is also making sense to them and they are able to frame it very quickly. Take note that today a person is actually just, when you are also browsing online or when your buyer is browsing online, he, an average time spent or the average attention time is only 3 seconds. So in 3 seconds, you have to communicate a lot of things about your business, what do you do, where you're based from, your product catalog, which product, etc. So apart from creating a good and smart profile, your product also should be looking, I would not say attractive, but it should look visually pleasing enough and very clear so that the message is sent across to the buyer very clearly. So having a clear and sharp product images is very important. Simple product names also very important. Then then once the buyer gets interested, he may click to want to know more about that product. So he can do that. And that's where what description you add adds a lot of value. Very important, as I've been mentioning a lot again, that this profile and catalog is not only created for use on GlobalLinker, but even outside of GlobalLinker. So your company profile is also visible on the web. So you should be adding the content in such a way that the descriptions, titles, whatever content you add is SEO friendly. And you also add the relevant details for SEO search as well, so that it helps in SEO search. So do add all of that information. Keep that information handy with you so that when you're adding this information for every product, it becomes easy for you. Do note that when you're creating these, I'd just like to highlight that this can be added one by one in case you have few products, but if you have more products, there's an option to add this information in bulk via Excel sheet as well. So there are a lot of tutorial videos which my team has created so that you can use that and, build it. But we'll touch upon that a little later in the last part in the Q&A session and the resources section as well. So I'm just moving on the next part, whereas here. So I come to very clear and sharp photos. When I click on the image, I come to the description section where there's a lot of information mentioned. It has to be relevant to the buyer, obviously, because he is looking at your product. He can send a quote in case you're a B2B business and you're not selling. You don't want a sale to happen, but you want an inquiry to get initiated. So it comes as an inquiry. He can place an inquiry and come to you. Here is a difference which I would like to highlight is when an offline product catalog makes, gets a minus point and your online catalog gets a brownie point. Why like that? An online product catalog can be updated anytime. So today you have four images, four products. Tomorrow you want to add another four more. Your product catalog continues to be the same. The URL is the same. You don't have to reshare the same thing again. You just have to message your suppliers that, hey, my product catalog has got updated. Check it out, and the same URL would work. The same URL can be added in your email signature, in your business cards, etc. as well. The third is if there are any edits need to be made, you don't have to do reprinting and resharing, etc. You just have to simply go and edit that same product, and the product gets updated automatically. You can update the description, the images, everything over here. The third is interaction. When you create a product catalog and say the buyer is interested, maybe you're sitting in your own country, in your own city, and it's 12 o'clock in the night, but your buyer is in a different country, in a different time zone, and he has access to your catalog and he just wants to place an inquiry. He simply has to click on the button, send you the inquiry, and the conversation has already started. There is no requirement for your team to send a follow-up for this. So it's so great, that by doing this one activity, you have made a very interactive catalog, which you can update for life. And it's not only for use again on GlobalLinker, but even outside of GlobalLinker. Here's another catalog which I would like to say. Now, why am I focusing on B2B catalog? Because we are a B2B business platform over here. You are B2B business exporters, and you would like to see, and I'm just showing you more products which are more B2B in nature. You can see over here that this is matchsticks and matchboxes, which is by this industry, by this business, and very nice, clear pictures, very nice product images. Even if you go and you can see over here that I'm moving again to a product description. You can see that I can just quickly click over here and I move to, I've also come to the direct page over here, and you can see there's a lot of other information that I can, view of this particular product. There's a minimum order quantity that you can place as well. And I need to just simply place my inquiry and, send it across to the seller. It'll ask me to add my information as well. And I'll just send it. It'll ask me to log in or create an account so that my information is also sent to the seller as well. And this inquiry comes to you. So time zone doesn't matter, your location doesn't matter, your team's follow-ups don't matter, because it all comes to you very quickly. It's coming back over here. So what are the essentials that you need to have a good product catalog? So I'll recap: clear and sharp product photos and images, simple and descriptive product titles, detailed product descriptions. And yes, if you have reviews and ratings, it's very critical to create buyer trust and confidence. Please add that as well. Do note that your profile and your catalog is public. So there are certain sections which specifically ask you to add SEO related information. Do not skip that. Also, your description, your summary for the product, which the customer actually sees on your product page, should also be simple, very friendly to read, so that if a person is not very well versed in your language, you are able to make him comfortable and at least convey your message to him. Think about your catalog and your profile as you who are sitting with the buyer in a different country and having that discussion with them. Since you are not physically available over there, your profile and your catalog does that work for you. So the first sales channel I would like to touch upon is your company profile. So as we already saw that when you add your products onto your catalog over here, it automatically starts showing on your company profile. Here is an example of a live, this we have just put over here. So it's this business's profile, and you can see that we are just scrolling down, and I'm seeing that by just looking at the cover image he's added, he's dealing into agri products and specifically into rice is what I can make out. They are an importer exporter based in India, and this is his product catalog. They are mostly into agri products over here. And I can click to view any of these products as well. So I can just click and I go to the person's product page, and there's a lot of relevant information available for me as a buyer to read and take a decision whether I should send an inquiry to this business or no. So one is your product starts showing on your GlobalLinker profile as well, which can be shared. The second is sales channel. is GlobalLinker Marketplace. GlobalLinker, apart from giving you the opportunity to digitize your profile, create a digital profile and a digital catalog, gives you the opportunity to also list your products on the marketplace. The marketplace is a channel that we manage, where we try and we do activities to get buyers to come on to the marketplace and place inquiries on products which have been listed by other sellers over here. So there are a lot of sellers which are already registered. There are a lot of buyers that do come in over here, and the sellers would have chosen that they would like to have a checkout experience. That means they're open to selling it directly or only open to inquiries or both. So if you can if you choose to list your products over here on the marketplace, it's an additional opportunity for your products to get, for you as a business to get more sales or inquiries coming in, which you can convert into sales later. And you can look and you can converse with new buyers. So here is where you now take your notebook and you write GlobalLinker Marketplace and you say yes or no, and then we move on. So here is where other sellers' products are already listed on the platform, and a buyer can actually come and raise an RFQ, which I already showed you when I did a walkthrough of the platform. So here is where the requirements are raised and they are displayed, and these requirements are displayed on the platform over here. I've moved out of there. So these requirements are now displayed over here for you to see conveniently. So that's more for the buyers who we have created, who buyers who come in, and those requirements are placed over here. Yeah. So what's the checklist for you to create your, to be listed on the GlobalLinker Marketplace? So you add your products to your catalog. You've already done that. So that's a one-time step and an activity. You don't have to keep on adding products. If you want to list on a new sales channel, the same product catalog works. You visit GlobalLinker Marketplace under sales channels. Then you map your products to the relevant GlobalLinker Marketplace category. Your products go for verification. You have to meet certain additional requirements which the marketplace would have, like you need to have minimum 3 images, your product has to be, the summary and description has to have some X number of words, etc. And once that's all, once the eligibility criteria is met, it goes for verification, and then you can choose the products you would like to show on the GlobalLinker Marketplace. So of the 50 products you may have uploaded on your catalog, you would either like to show all 50, or maybe you would like to show only 20 of them on the GlobalLinker Marketplace. You can decide that. So this is a GlobalLinker. You can write it in your notebook whether this is a sales channel that you would like to be a part of or no. The next sales channel is your e-commerce store. This would be relevant to all the, all of you who have registered over here as well. So by creating your catalog, if you have added your 50 products onto your catalog, you can convert your catalog into an e-commerce store. It gives you a storefront. So by adding your catalog, by adding your products, it started showing on your GlobalLinker profile, which is attached to that profile itself. And it has certain limited capabilities that it can only take inquiries, etc. But if you want to give it a storefront, like somebody clicks on the URL that, starexports.com or starexports.linker.store, which is a free subdomain that we give you. You can just put starexports and our domain next to it, and it's available for you for free. You get a storefront, which you can customize it the way you want it by adding your own branding, banners. If you would like to set up a payment gateway, you can do that. You can set up logistics so that, if you get orders, you can you can create your shipping package, send the logistics, send the package, etc., track it, close those deliveries, get returns, cancellations, run discount schemes. All of this you can do once you use the online store option. So you can actually build it in that way. Now you have to see whether that is adding value to you or no. I would like to pause here and mention one important thing, that when we are talking about online store, we always think that online store is a B2C channel only. However, I would also like to show you there are a lot of B2B businesses who are using the online store to actually use it for inquiries only. So if you are a B2B business, you can also have an online store with your own URL, showcasing your products in a fantastic way with your own storefront, online storefront. However, it can only accept inquiries. You don't have to take a person to, not necessarily he has to do it on cart. Yeah, there has to be payments, there has to be logistics. You can clearly use it for this. This is the URL. You can also put it on your e-business card, on your on your business profiles, whichever you have online as well. You can put that over here. Now, what I've shown here as screenshots, these are all B2B businesses and they are not B2C businesses as well. We'll go to this one over here. So there's Sevisa over here, which is a purely industrial business. So that's why I've picked this specifically, Sevisa beveling machines. So they create custom beveling machines over here. Prices are not displayed because they are custom made, but you can see the pictures, etc. You can send an inquiry. You can also choose to show the price as well. That's up to you as a seller. But you can see over here that there's a lot of description mentioned over here. Additional information is added about its specifications, performances. You can also add a PDF of your specifications on this. That option is available. And now if the buyer is interested, he can simply send an inquiry. There is no a necessary requirement for you to for the person to make it as an add to cart feature, that you are accepting payments. So I can simply send an inquiry on this by mentioning my quantity, that I want 5 of these, and I'll write my details, and again it'll ask me to log in or create my account, and that inquiry gets started. And this is the URL. I'll just share this with you so you can browse on this as well at your leisure. Here is where you can send this, and you can you can see that there's good navigation mentioned over here. Depending upon what this business does, they have created their navigation accordingly. You can browse through it like you browse through any online store which you would have seen, and you can go through it. A person can actually create their account, etc., have a wish list. They can also you can also use supply chain management over here. That's a very advanced feature if you would like to manage your distribution as well. So you can create different parameters for your wholesalers also, and they have a separate login. You can decide which products they can see, they cannot see. You can have a different pricing for them for your products as well. So different pricing for B2C people, different pricing for B2B customers, your B2B suppliers as well, and they can place orders, etc. That feature is also there. There's another business that I can, I would like you to see is, say, this bags. Now sorry, it's not opening. So they have not renewed their SSL certificate. They need to do that. So here, again, into safety products for people. So a very nice storefront has been created, and you can see the navigation is there. These are the different products they do. You can also create your products like this, and then you can put images like this as per your. So you have to decide the navigation. Think about it that you're creating an offline store. You'll be having different sections in your store. What is the navigation that you would put over here? Learn more about my business. These are the different types of products I do, etc. So product A, product B, category A, category B, category C. And within category A, I would have my products, etc. So strategizing becomes important as well before you execute, so that your execution becomes very smooth, and the turnaround time becomes very less. There's another business which is a combination of B2B and B2C as well. What I mean is that it's already open. This particular business is basically into bhujiyas and papads, etc. Very famous from Bikaner. But they also have an inquiry option. They also have an add to cart option. So that means they are catering to B2B businesses. They are catering to B2C businesses as well. So here, if I want to buy one, I can go ahead and buy one product of it, and I can actually check out. But if I would like to send an inquiry, I can do that as well. They had created this business specifically because this online store, because they wanted to increase their distributor network across India. And they started doing a lot of digital activities around that, and they actually got it. So what I would like to put across over here is your e-commerce store is your own entity which you are creating. You're using it from here. Know that you can create a good navigation. Your storefront can be as attractive as you want to please. You can choose from a lot of themes that are available and then add your banners, etc. Your relevant call to actions are there. If you are doing a buy now, option or a checkout option, then your payment gateway should be set up, your logistics should be set up, and make sure that you have your business and compliances in place as per your country. So your terms of use, everything is in place. Your business wise, you are also set, like you have your relevant licenses and certifications as well. From the setup perspective, here is how you can create, you can convert, you can use your catalog and build it into an e-commerce store. You add your products to your catalog, which you have already done. It's a one-time exercise. Then you visit My Store, and then you select your theme, you create your storefront, you add your policies and relevant details. You create your category and navigations, you add banners for to make your storefront look good and your store look good. You add your branding, etc. Set up your payment and shipping options if it is relevant, and you publish your store and you're ready to start selling. Do note that given this is your property which you have built and we are just simply a hosting site over here, the digital marketing, the advertising which you would do to get people to come onto your store is completely yours. We do not do the digital marketing for this store of yours. You all have raised a couple of questions. May I request you to please add your comments in the chat or in the Q&A? I'll come back to you at the end of the webinar if that's okay. One more thing I know as a concern for many businesses is, since you all are business owners with limited resources, maybe you all do not have that a large team to help work with you. Yes, Sibu, if you would like to put your message in the chat, please do that. Sibu, if you can put your message there. Please type your message in the chat box. Yeah. So I was saying is that if you would like to, we are all concerned with resources, but having good product descriptions, making images becomes a little difficult for us. So one is obviously we have to invest a little bit of effort in getting good images because that has to be original. However, it's today with AI, it's become relatively easy for us to create content around our product. So if you'd like to, and if you'd like to know how you can use AI to do it, you can just type a yes over here. Maybe if we have time at the end of the webinar in the Q&A session, I can just show you quickly how you can create a quick, AI-driven product description for your this, which you can simply copy paste it in your product list. So here we spoke about the e-commerce store. The next sales channel is ONDC. This is again relevant to a lot of India businesses. ONDC is created by the government, is an initiative by the government to help businesses get the same amount of the same platform and visibility which large organizations get online, and to reduce the competition gap which is there between large and small businesses. So if you are interested in selling on the ONDC network, you can do so via GlobalLinker. GlobalLinker is a seller app. It's a official seller app where sellers can register and then link their products onto the ONDC network. You can do that as well. Currently, ONDC is a B2C channel. But very soon, ONDC, once the B2C channel, and it's been a work in development since a couple of years. However, once the B2C channel gets established and deep-rooted on ONDC, then very soon they'll be moving on to B2B as well. So then B2B businesses can also get listed onto the ONDC network. That's the next phase that they will be looking at. However, for now, it is more relevant to B2C businesses. If you are a B2C business and you would like to sell on the ONDC network, your product catalog can start showing up. You have to do a setup, obviously, as what and meet the ONDC requirements. So what you need to do is you need to add your products to your catalog. You have to set up and publish your e-commerce store, enable the shipping zone, because ONDC will check your shipping zone where you are saying, and accordingly, your products get shown to the relevant buyers accordingly. You also have to set up a logistics partner because the fulfillment will be done by you. You go to the ONDC and then you complete the ONDC setup. So they ask you for your bank information to verify your business, etc. You'll have to do that. You'll have to map your products to ONDC categories, which are there, which are by ONDC. You give certain mandatory ONDC related information and comply with their requirements, and then your products will start showing on the ONDC network. The next thing is the Indian Business Portal. Now, Indian Business Portal is an initiative created by India by FIO, which is the Federation of Import Export Organization in India, to help to give visibility to SME exporters and to get so that SME exporters get again another platform to show their products. And these this platform is shown by FIO on their website. They also send it to their own contacts, and if once when they get direct buyer inquiries, they direct their buyers to the Indian Business Portal as well. So here you can see there is a lot of sellers which are there on GlobalLinker have listed their this. So to list on Indian Business Portal, you need to have a GlobalLinker account. You need to be you have your products listed here. But you can see that I'm just taking an example of this product which has been listed on GlobalLinker, which is on GlobalLinker, and they have put their products over here as well. So you can see that if there's a buyer who's looking for a similar product and their product is listed, they can get an inquiry. This also leads to your to your own store as well. So you can get in touch with, so they can get in touch with you also directly. So this is an opportunity for you to get additional visibility on the platform. So there are a lot of, so these are the channels which actually help you do that. Now, how do you get yourself listed on the Indian Business Portal? You add your products to your catalog. Again, you've already done that. You have to set up your e-commerce store and set up your payment and logistics because those are verification requirements. And from Indian Business Portal, they do direct buyers to your e-commerce store. So it's a requirement by the Indian Business Portal. You visit the Indian Business Portal and you do a setup. Given that this is an exporter's platform, you need to mandatorily have an IEC code to be listed over here because it's for exporters only. And if you are an exporter, you can be listed. If you're starting to export or you're underway, then please complete your IEC registration and then you can list yourself on the Indian Business Portal. So we spoke about the 5 sales channels over here. What I would like to just run is a quick poll on which are the sales channels you found interesting, which we spoke about. So I believe you've already put in your notebook about the 5 sales channels we spoke about: the company profile, GlobalLinker Marketplace, ONDC, your online e-commerce store, and Indian Business Portal. So from any of these 5, which add value to you, and if you would like to do that, we also help a lot of. We would also like to help you to understand further if you what you're eligible for. If you have any questions and all, we do a review meeting of your catalog so that if you would want to know more about this, so that we can have a look at your catalog and just guide you how you can get started with this. Given that this is a DIY solution, you can also schedule a meeting with us and we can do that over a quick 30-minute meeting. I have just launched a poll asking for your interest in these 2 questions, points that I have raised. Do add your answers to this, and I'll just keep this poll open for another minute. I hope you all can see the poll which is there. Ask me certain questions and I will answer them in the Q&A session. I'm just waiting for the poll to end. So thank you for your this, but I will I have so many of you all have said that you would like to have I'll just end the poll and I'll share the results. So 73% of you all would like to have a discussion with our team. So you can do it either with me or my team over here. I'll just share a Calendly link where you can book a schedule with me. Either me or my team would be a part of it. And a lot of you all have actually said that, ooh, 67% have said that you would like to be a part of Indian Business Portal and the marketplace. And 56% have said that you would like to create your own e-commerce store. That's great. So if I'll share certain resources now which you can use to create your own e-commerce store and also to be a part of the marketplace. So while I've shown you the steps in brief, we have detailed steps and guides to help to walk you through this, and so that you can you or your team can do it as well. Now, how do you manage your GlobalLinker account or your catalog on the this? So this is your seller panel. We already went through it in the beginning of the when I was walking you through your account over here. So you can see it's been divided into 3 sections. So here is where you can actually get an overlook and you can update your catalog and view your orders and inquiries. This is more for store management. So if you're using the online store feature, then all of these features are adding value to you. Like you can do promotions, you can manage your own customers. Store settings is common for all, but you can have store managers like, you can get me only to do your content, or you can get somebody else who's only updating the product catalog, somebody who's only managing orders for you. So that's for e-commerce management. And these are the different sales channels that we spoke about that you can manage from here. So you can access your store, you can access your store from here, you can access GL Marketplace. This is a test account, so ONDC and Indian Business Portal is not there, but that will also be visible over here. And this is a dashboard. How do you access your seller account? So you log into your account, which you would have done, and here is where you can visit different features over here, which I also walked you through. And specifically to manage your catalog, you can visit the online store and you can manage your catalog from there. You as a business, if you are looking for something, that was the second part of it, you can use the same network to look for business for products which you may require in your business. It could be anything. It could be a raw material. It could be something which can make your business more efficient. You can use that, connect with other suppliers who can help you meet your requirement. So we can, this definitely adds value to you. And I'll just give you an example. Like, for example, here I am. I'm looking for, say, bulb. And I just click on search. So there are garlic bulbs, but then here there are different bulbs as well in the electrical category, which I can see. I can read the descriptions and I can send a request to connect with this particular buyer, or I can also directly make the purchase as well. So you can use the search feature for that. Now, if it's a B2B or a B2C requirement, that's for you and the buyer to, decide how you want to take it forward. Moving to the next part, resources. So given that managing your account, your catalog, everything is completely DIY, there are 2 ways where we like to help you use this. One is by conducting webinars, which we do like this. So this is more of an overview webinar, but there are specific webinars which are conducted by my team on online store, on Indian Business Portal, on each and every sales channel that we spoke about. You can join those if you need more clarity. And these are just to be it's not only for you, your entire organization or the members in your organization who get impacted or who will be using this feature, they should be, also joining this and reading this material, because they would be accessing this. So help them, make them use. They can also create their account and link their profile to your company account. So you all both are linked to the same company and use their accounts respectively. You can also use different, we have linkers to assist, which is a guide. There are articles mentioned, there are videos, tutorials, webinars are mentioned over the upcoming ones, and all of that can be used over here. You can access it on this page as well. So these are resources available. This is all I have to say, but I will quickly go into the Q&A session right now and move on if we see what questions we have. Once again, I'm Yeah. So Sampath Raj has mentioned how to post articles and posts on GlobalLinker. So Sampath Raj, one, the post feature is only open if you have a, if you have a, if you have verified your profile. So there's an option for you to write articles in the articles section. You can click on that and submit your articles. It goes to the editorial team. So all the articles are reviewed by our editorial team. They're not direct to publish, but posts are directly published. So you can post once you on the timeline itself. There's an option for you to write a post. You can do that. You can add links, images, etc. But for articles, it has to be a properly structured article. We do not accept promotional content, which is why it goes for curation and edits. And then, if it is relevant, only then they are published on the platform. I hope that answers. Anoop is mentioning, I'm not able to get my IEC verified. It says incorrect IEC. So Anoop, I will send you an email ID. It's our email ID. Please send your message over there. Or if you can give me your email ID, we'll just check your account and get back to you. So ideally, I would just like to see what the issue is before we can comment and assist you. I've sent it here. So I hope that's answered. Now, there are some questions which are in the chat box. I'm just going through that quickly. Anup, I've answered your question. Sagar, you're saying you're mentioning for B2B ONDC. Yes, the moment we also get an update, we'll let you know. Mohammed Rafiq has mentioned one can get the genuine and verified buyers from overseas countries. Will the overseas country buyers give advance payment? Now, that's a term which you would be discussing with the buyer at the time. So the buyer would be, when he's raising his inquiry or an RFQ, he would be putting his terms over there. But when you are applying for that RFQ as well, you can also you can also put your own terms over here. Again, take note that given this is a new you would be liaising with the buyer and seller for the with each of the parties for the first time. It's always better to do a lot of checks before you move into the transaction. So as well. So safeguarding you and your organization by doing compliance checks, etc., becomes very important, and also making sure that your payment and your other mechanisms are very clear and transparent as well. Sampath Raj is mentioning, is there an option to have somebody to design my catalog on the portal? You also, if you visit Linker Store Assist, there are some paid services for creating, for adding products to your catalog, etc., and that's available. So you can review that service and see if that's adding value to you. We'll reach out to you by email as well, Sampath Raj. If you can just drop me your email, I'll send you the details so you can add this. You can get that information from us. Asmita is asking, did ONDC keep agencies to help for creating the profile on ONDC? Actually, I've received a lot of phone calls for this. So ONDC is a network which has been created by the government. There are many buyer and seller apps which the buyer apps helps show your products to different customers, while seller apps help sellers get listed and display on the ONDC network. So if sellers are using that as an opportunity to help you get listed on ONDC quickly, because maybe you don't have the time, or you don't know, or you don't want to spend that much of time and energy and effort to do that, you can run this you can use that professional service. So maybe they are reaching out to you in that connection, just giving you a context. It's up to you whether you want to take their services or no. So yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sampatraj, for giving your email ID. Yeah. So I think, would you all like to see how you all would want to? Would you all like to see how do you create a good product description on your platform? We have, I know we are past time, but in case you all are interested, you all can you all can ask for it, and I can show it to you quickly how you can see your. Yeah. There are two things which you can actually do to, create AI product descriptions. One is GlobalLinker itself has it inbuilt, but it's a paid feature. You have to subscribe to our paid plans to use that, and I'll just quickly show you how to do it. I already have a product which I will edit. And if you see over here, so if you see when I'm adding a product over here, you add the product name, I map it to the GlobalLinker category so that my product starts showing over here. adding the ITC HSN becomes important so that it shows, it shows on the product page. And for international buyers, it is very important. It helps them get that. You can add a minimum order quantity, your country of origin, your summary, and your description is where you have to add this. Now, here is where by clicking just AI generate my AI content. You give your product name, you give some description in your way you are this, and you have a target audience, and you clicked on generate. Now AI is taking the information you have given and generating the content for the relevant fields on the product page, which is the summary. So if you see, there's a summary given, a description is given, a meta title is given. Now, like I had mentioned earlier, please do not miss out the meta title, meta description, meta keywords, which is used for SEO and for Google search. These are just 3, 4 extra fields which we ask, but it greatly helps in SEO and Google search as well. And yeah, you can use this to add it to your profile. So you click on keep and it goes onto the field over there. And the rest, if you don't want the product summary and you want to use your own, or you can edit it over here as well, you can add something over here and you can keep it and it goes. So all of that got, even the product name gets, and now so this is the new content which has got updated. And you can save it. There's a free way to do it. Now, this is a paid subscription which you can use, but you can use a free way as well to do it, which is we use ChatGPT. So I'll just open ChatGPT over here. I can give this information to ChatGPT, but I have to do it one by one. And ChatGPT will give it to me in a couple of minutes. So I can just put in a small summary, something like this. I have it pre-written, so it's quick. I just say that I'm a manufacturer and exporter of induction motors. My company name is Star Exporters. I'm based in Agra, India. I'm uploading my product on GlobalLinker. I needed to create it. This. So product name, summary, description, meta title, meta description, meta keywords. And the product name is this. The moment I give this, sorry, I don't share my number, but you can get in touch with me via our via email ID, which I've already shared. So you can see I've already got all of this information coming up in front of me. Now I simply have to copy and paste it. And you can create a similar one. And if you have your 50 products, etc., you can do this with an AI solution over here and get this information and share it with and put it in your product description. And this is not only useful for for the catalog which you're creating on GlobalLinker, but anywhere else as well. So I hope this adds value to you. I hope this has been useful for you. And if there is any other questions you may have, please reach out to us. Hi, Vimal. Wait, Vimal, you asked a question, right? You had asked about the imitation jewelry and drop down. Okay, so you were going to send me a screenshot, Vimal. So if you can send that to me, it'll just help me where you're looking for it. And then I will definitely get back to you on that. Anoop has asked, what are the benefits of using a paid plan of GlobalLinker? So I'll share the pricing page. You all can see what features are there. And here is the pricing page of the different plans that are available. Please see the plans. And if you think those plans are adding value to you, then you subscribe to the plan. These are annual plans. And you'll be paying for the full year for it. So the features are mentioned over here, what is available, what is not. And then you can subscribe to those plans accordingly and use those features. So one of the paid features is generating a AI product description. The second is is to use an auto currency switcher so that if your buyer is from Europe, he will see your product pricing in euros. Automatically, it gets converted in the pricing for them to see. Yeah. So I hope this has added value to you. Can you show again description? Yeah, one moment. You wanted to see this? Yeah, so you can use this. Okay, let's make it easier. I'll just share this with you. You can use this prompt, put it in your AI by adding your company information, and you can generated this. So it will be, I think, a little easier for you. Yeah. So I wish you all good luck, and I hope the new year gives brings you all many more success. Okay, if you cannot copy from chat, just send me your email ID. We'll send it to you across as well by email. So I'll have my team send it to you in that case. So, wish you a very good year. I hope this webinar has added value to you. And the ones which you have said yes for the sales channels, please start one before that, update your product catalog, and then start setting up your business to be visible in those sales channels. If you need any help, then reach out to our team and we can help you. Or there are these guides and webinars always available and happening. You can join them and use that information to your benefit. Thank you and goodbye. Take care.